In 2002, Brazil won the World Cup, and the squad walking into the 2026 World Cup has everything. Vinicius Jr, Rafinha, Bruno Guimarães, Marquinhos, Neymar back from the dead. On paper, it might be the most talented Brazil squad in a generation. So why does it feel like everything depends on two teenagers nobody had heard of 18 months ago? And why is the third one, the one Ancelotti called inevitable, sitting in London watching it on television? Most people think Brazil's problem is talent. It never was. The 2006 squad had Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, Adriano, and Kaká. They went out in the quarterfinals. The 2010 squad had Kaká, Robinho, and Luis Fabiano. Quarterfinals again. 2014, they were at home with a full squad in front of their own people. 7 goals, one night. The whole world watched in silence while Germany scored again and again in a stadium that had stopped making noise. Neymar, the most expensive player in history, the one who was supposed to carry it all. He gave everything, 4 World Cups. Then, on October 17, 2023, in Montevideo, in a qualifier, Brazil lost 2-0 to Uruguay. Neymar went down in the 44th minute and didn't come back up. ACL, left knee. He left on a stretcher, in tears. And the question that followed him off that pitch was the question Brazil had been avoiding for a decade. Ancelotti arrived as Brazil's first ever foreign head coach and immediately made one thing clear. There would be no single answer this time. No chosen one. No man the whole project collapsed around if he got injured or had a bad night. The 9 forwards in this squad are the most expensive assembled by any nation at this World Cup. Vinicius Jr, Champions League winner, arguably the best left winger on the planet. Rafinha, La Liga's most creative attacker this season. Gabriel Martinelli, Matheus Cunha. Neymar, back from 18 months of injury, leaner and hungrier than he's looked in years. This is not a squad short of options. This is a squad designed so that no single absence can break it, who never inherited the psychology of expectation that haunted every squad before them. Endrick, Ryan, Estevão, all teenagers, all born after 2002. None of them have ever seen Brazil win a World Cup. And that, Ancelotti believed, was exactly the point. Endrick Felipe was 17 years old when he became the youngest player called up to the senior Brazil squad since Ronaldo in 1994. Not compared to Ronaldo, placed alongside him in the record books, Real Madrid paid 60 million euros for him. When Ancelotti was his manager at the Bernabeu, he scored on his La Liga debut. He scored in the Champions League. He looked like exactly what Brazil had been waiting for. Then Ancelotti left for Brazil. Xabi Alonso arrived, and Endrick played 3 times in half a season. 3 appearances, for a player Real Madrid paid 60 million euros for. What happened next says everything about the way Ancelotti thinks. The man who had just become Brazil's head coach called the player he'd just left behind and told him to leave the club. Not as punishment, as a plan. Go to Lyon, play every week, come to my World Cup ready. Endrick did exactly that. 16 goal contributions in 21 games. A teenager who had been written off at the world's biggest club arrived at the World Cup in the form of his life, because the manager holding his shirt had engineered every step of it. Rayan arrived differently. His father, Valkmar, played for Vasco da Gama. When Rayan was 6 years old, he joined the same academy, walked the same corridors. He didn't escape into football, he was born into it. In 2025, at 18, he was the joint top scorer in the entire Serie A. Bournemouth paid 35 million euros in January 2026. He scored 5 goals in his first weeks in England and never once looked like he was adjusting. In March, he made his senior Brazil debut. 2 months later, Ancelotti named him in the World Cup squad. First cap to World Cup in under 3 months. 2 teenagers, both in, both ready. There was supposed to be a third, Estevão. Willian joined Chelsea from Palmeiras in the summer of 2025. 18 years old, already the youngest player to score in a competitive game for Brazil since Pelé. In his debut Premier League season, he scored 8 goals, created chances that left analysts searching for comparisons, and looked, in stretches, like the most naturally gifted teenager in European football. Ancelotti didn't call him promising. He didn't call him exciting. He called him inevitable. In Ancelotti's preferred front four, Estevão wasn't just going to be in the squad, he was going to start. He was going to be the player Endrick and Rayan built their game around. the one who made the whole attacking unit click. Then came April 18th, Chelsea versus Manchester United. First half, he went down and didn't get up. Grade 4 hamstring tear. 80% of the muscle gone. Chelsea wanted surgery. Their medical staff wanted surgery. The club's owner personally wanted surgery. Estevão said no. He chose to try. He still didn't make it. I cried into my parents' arms. Estevão Willian, ESPN. Weeks later, Ancelotti named his squad, 26 players. Estevão's name was not one of them. Endrick and Rayon don't get to ease into a tournament in supporting roles. They have to be central to it from the first match. Estevão will come back. He is 19 years old. The 2026 World Cup belongs to the players who are there. And the two who are there have been waiting for exactly this moment their entire lives, even if they didn't know it yet. This squad has Vinicius. It has Rafinha. It has Neymar, defying age and injury one more time. It has everything a Brazil team needs to win a World Cup. But the players who might define what this tournament means, for Brazil, for this generation, for the next 24 years, and a teenager from Rio who walked into his father's club at 6 years old and never once looked like the stage was too big. Endrick was born in 2006, Rayon a year later. They have never